There are now just 47 days before voters head to the polls to decide who will be the next president of the United States.
The race for the White House will likely come down to 7 swing states that both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump will be battling for in the final weeks of their campaign.
The candidates have been hitting swing states with big rallies and heavy spending on political ads. Voters remain focused on the economy, immigration, and abortion rights. But another issue loomed large today: unions.
KTLA's John Fenolio joins us with today's developments. John.
Well, Sharon, Micah, not just any union, the nation's largest. We are, of course, talking about the Teamsters with its more than 1 million members. But in a surprise move today, the union says it's not endorsing Vice President Harris or former President Trump. In a sting to Vice President Kamala Harris, the influential Teamsters Union announcing it will not endorse either 2024 presidential candidate.
It's a position that we took because both candidates didn't commit on the core issues that we need to get accomplished.
The Teamsters is the nation's largest union with 1.3 million members. It's the first time the union hasn't endorsed a Democratic presidential nominee since 1996.
The Teamsters carry a lot of weight. The Democrats cannot believe that. And, look, this is, it was always automatic that Democrats get the Teamsters, and they said we won't endorse the Democrats this year. So that was an honor for me.
The Harris campaign releasing a statement saying, in part, Teamsters locals across the country have already endorsed her alongside the overwhelming majority of organized labor. Former President Trump campaigning in Long Island, where Republicans are trying to prevent 18 House seats from going to Democrats in districts President Biden won in 2020.
Look at what has happened to New York and the other states, all run by radical left Democrats, every single one of them. Our heavy industries have exported overseas, and our middle class has been eviscerated.
Vice President Kamala Harris addressing the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute in Washington, D.C. Wednesday on what another Trump term would look like.
If my opponent, Donald Trump, wins, his allies in Congress intend to end Medicare and end Medicare's negotiating power.
The vice president calling for tougher border security, while saying dreamers, those people who have lived in the U.S. without authorization after being brought to the country as a minor, deserve an earned pathway to citizenship.
We can do both, and we must do both.
Harris also blasting Trump's pledge to deport millions of undocumented immigrants if elected.
We all remember what they did to tear families apart. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Massive detention camps?
All right, VP Harris will head to Michigan and Wisconsin to round off the end of the week, while former President Trump will hold a rally in North Carolina. Those battleground states, the key to determining who wins the election. Back to you.
All right, John, thank you.